Hey! Yo yo yo! This is Sol, also known as 𝗪𝗡𝗡𝗖𝗘𝗗𝗘𝗗𝗓, also known as 𝗨𝗡𝗣𝗥𝗘𝗗𝗘𝗗𝗏, also known as Grunt. Your Steam Skull Grunt. And this is Pokemon Masters EX. Hey guys! Sorry, no intro today. I'm doing this live because I have just finished, and if I were to make a completely render the video and everything, it will take hours. So I'm doing this live. Just check the live chat over to the right side and enjoy your live Sync Pair with Unprecedented Capabilities Part 3 video. So, sorry again, this is kind of rushed, but I tried my best to complete this as much info as possible. And again, there will be a part 4. So part 3, this is part 3. Hey everyone! In part 3, we will be discussing... Oh, there's the live chat. I wasn't expecting the live chat to be there. Give me a sec as I try to fix this and put your name somewhere, put your chat somewhere, so that they'll be visible, a bit more visible. Give me a few seconds, guys. Let's see, PNG files. Okay. Yep. There you go. So part 3 of this Unprecedented Capabilities video is going to talk about the game. What the mainline Pokemon games, the strongest attacks in the Pokemon games, what we have in the current attacks in the Pokemon games, and how we will, there's probably most likely gonna be a 4-move gauge move in the Sync Pair with Unprecedented Capabilities. And just again to clarify, this is just a thumbnail. There was a 2 MB update in your Pokemon Masters game earlier. Just to... I think it's the Bellsprout update, guys, because Shiny Bellsprout only has 1 passive skill. And as you can see in the letter from the Pokemon, or rather, the message, they fixed it. And now the shiny thing now has 3 passive skills. And with that said, guys, let's begin by looking at what we currently have and what we don't have yet. So currently, guys, we have... Let's begin with some screens. So currently, in the game, we have both Reflect and Light Screen. This is vital in most battles in the game. We have Reflect, which lowers the physical damage that is hit. When we get hit by physical damage, it halves or just reduces physical damage. This is not a premiere. This is live. So apologies if I mess up here and there, but I tried my best. So we have Reflect, lowers physical damage. And we have Light Screen, which reduces special damage, guys. And you know what? There's something. Why don't we have both? Why not both? There's something called Aurora Veil. And Aurora Veil can only be triggered when there is a hailstorm. Aurora Veil, I think, is an Ice-type move, which triggers both Reflect and Light Screen at the same time. So instead of separately triggering Reflect and Light Screen, we trigger Aurora Veil, and lowers the physical and special damage done to us. Safeguard, I think, prevents us from critical hits. So yeah, I did not include anything about reflecting status conditions or anything or stuff like that. Aurora Veil, you need Hailstorm in order to do that, but there's a better way of triggering Aurora Veil, and that is with Gigantamax Lapras. If the game will introduce Gigantamax Lapras. And this is called G-Max Resonance. G-Max Resonance deals Ice-type damage to the enemy, as well as triggers Aurora Veil. And Aurora Veil, you know, as I said, triggers Reflect and Light Screen both at the same time. Maybe an Ice type tech that has Hail and Aurora Veil both. Yeah, that works. That works. That works. So this is the first one that I want to discuss. Screens. Why not both screens at the same time? Will the sync pair with unprecedented capabilities give us Aurora Veil though? Unless it's an Ice type, probably not. Probably not, because I mean, for an unprecedented capabilities sync pair, I see it as a striker more than anything else. I don't see it as a tech, although it's possible. I don't see it as a support, although it is also possible. I see it more as a striker. What do you guys think? How about Candice with a sync grid where she gives Aurora Veil when using a sync move? That would be cool. That would be awesome. But 𝗬𝗓𝗏, if I'm not mistaken, the ones that have Aurora Veil are not exact. I think Vulpix or Alolan Vulpix will have it. I mean, just imagine any Ice type Pokemon, probably. They can just give a weird move to any Pokemon, you know? The game has violated a lot of rules for the Pokemon mainline games. So anything is actually possible. Anyway, let's move on. There are lots of things to discuss today. Let's move on to the next one. This is something that the game has not yet introduced. And this is very vital to in the Pokemon mainline games as well. This is called your... Wait, not yet, guys. Sorry. We're at terrains. So right now we have electric terrain and psychic terrain. Electric terrain turns the field into electric terrain. Psychic terrain turns the field into psychic terrain, and they both have their powers. They both have their sync grid buffs when the field is in electric terrain, when the field is in psychic terrain. Now, in the mainline Pokemon games, I think psychic terrain prevents sleep or prevents status, you know, priority moves, quick moves, stuff like that. There's no such thing in Pokemon Masters. Electric terrain only powers up electric moves. Psychic terrain only powers up psychic moves. Pardon me if I miss out anything, but that's what I'm aware of. Electric terrain powers up electric moves, psychic terrain powers up psychic moves, and together with whatever sync grid tile they have, electro repulsion decreases damage, electric propulsion or whatsoever speeds up the move gauge, psychic terrain hit and heal, recovers everything. We are still missing two terrains, guys, and these are grassy terrain and misty terrain. Grassy terrain, Tapu Bulu introduced that. Grassy terrain basically makes Tapu Bulu heal himself. I'm not sure if the game, when introducing Tapu or grassy terrain to us, will help us also recover HP, or will it just power up grass type moves? And misty terrain powers up fairy moves. So quite interesting, especially since the game has introduced so many different fairy types to us in the past few months. We're missing these terrains, and they should probably come out quite soon. But will the sync pair with unprecedented capabilities introduce grassy terrain and misty terrain? As a move, probably not. Probably not. But it's possible that, you know, if it is a grass type sync pair, once he or she or it uses a sync move, the field turns into grassy terrain. If it's a fairy type, please forbid it's a fairy type sync pair again. We have so many fairy type sync pairs. Stop giving us fairy type sync pairs. But if it is indeed a fairy type sync pair and it probably uses a sync move, it's possible that the field turns into Misty Terrain. It's somewhat possible for that to happen. Zacian is not fairy type, but it can play rough. Indeed. We need more ground type units. Indeed, guys. Indeed. And you know what? Let's move on to the next. This is what I was trying to say earlier, but I forgot. But I kind of missed this terrain things. So, this is a thing that the game is currently missing. And it is very vital in the Pokemon games. This is called entry hazards. So what about entry hazards, guys? Entry hazards, basically, this probably will be applicable in full force battles, because I don't see entry hazards helping in any other battle except if the opponent switches in, unless there's some way to trigger an entry hazard using the sync grid or passive skill or something. Basically, when the opponent switches in, spikes will deal damage to non-flying opponents. Stealth Rock will deal damage to flying type opponents as well as rock types and some other types I forgot. Gmax Stone Surge from Gmax Dreadnought also has the same effect as Stealth Rock. Sticky Web, no sources, no nothing. Sticky Web lowers everyone's speed by 1 when they switch into the battle. Yes, I think this will be helpful with the opponent switch into the battle. So, what about changing entry hazards into passive skills to increase its uses? That's possible. So, this is something that the game is missing. And I'm just comparing what the game has right now with what the mainline games have. And this will be an interesting addition because as we define what unprecedented is, unprecedented means we have never seen this ever in Pokemon Masters. So, we have never seen entry hazards in Pokemon Masters yet. So, I'm including this in my discussion. So, yeah. Those are some of the things that were missing from the game. So, screen that deals, you know, both reflect and light screen at the same time. Terrains, we are missing grassy terrain and misty terrain. And lastly, entry hazards, spikes, pointed stones, sticky web, toxic spikes, and steel. Now, the second half of this stream, the next part, and the last part actually of this stream is all about discussing moves. So moves, the strongest few moves of the game in the main Pokemon series, and compare it with what we currently have in Pokemon Masters. So I also included the Pokemon that has these exclusive moves, if there are exclusive moves, and we try to make a conclusion as to what sync pairs, what Pokemon we might get from, you know, the game. So with that said, let's begin. Alphabetical order, let's start with bug type. So bug type attacks, guys. Right now we have Bug Buzz. The main Pokemon games, the damage is 90 or the power is 90. And in Pokemon Masters, this is 99 power. This is by Lusamine. Lusamine has Bug Buzz. I'm not including Eggmons in this list. Number 2, we have Guzma with First Impression. In the main Pokemon games, it's also 90 power. But in Pokemon Masters, it is 200 power. But the thing is, we can only use this as the very, very first move of Guzma. Any other sync pair can boost up Guzma before Guzma uses First Impression. And then we have Bug Hyper Beam, which has violated a rule in the Pokemon games because Hyper Beam is actually just normal type. So Bug Hyper Beam is 223 power in Pokemon Masters, and in the main Pokemon games, it's 150 power. So, these are the strongest 3 bug-type attacks that we have in Pokemon Masters. Let us compare them with the strongest moves in the main Pokemon games. So, we have Pollen Puff by Ribombee. It's 90 power. It's exclusive to Ribombee. And since we already have Ribombee, that's Lilibee. So, we can probably safely exclude that we will not have Pollen Puff in the game forever. We also have Megahorn, which is stronger than First Impression, stronger than Bug Buzz. It's actually the strongest bug-type move. It's actually the strongest bug-type move. We're still missing Megahorn. This is not exclusive to a single Pokemon. Several Pokemon can have Megahorn. Leech Life is not one of the strongest Pokemon bug-type moves, so I did not include Leech Life here. But yeah, those are the strongest bug-type moves in the Pokemon mainline games. And we're missing Pollen Puff, which is never going to appear, and Megahorn. Let's move to the next part, which is Dark. Now, let's begin with Dark Pulse. In the main Pokemon games, this is 80 power, and in Pokemon Masters, this is 95 damage, or 95 power. We also have Grimsley, also with Dark Pulse, 80 power versus the in-game 95 as well. Yes, later. We have Cheren with Crunch. I'm not putting G-Max moves yet because G-Max is for another part of this sync pair theory video. Crunch in the main Pokemon games, it's also 80 damage. In game, in Pokemon Masters, it's 99 damage or 99 power. Fulhilbert also has Crunch, so over here. We also has Fulhilbert with Double Edge, which has violated another rule again because of Dark Shift, and there's no such thing as Dark Shift in the main Pokemon games. Double Edge is a normal type move, but Pokemon Masters EX has made it a Dark type move. This is 120 damage or 120 power in the main Pokemon games. And in Pokemon Masters, this is 167 power. So, these are the unavailable, or these are the moves that are still missing. These are the Dark type moves that are still missing in Pokemon Masters. We have Throat Chop, we have Lock or Jaw Lock, which belongs to Dreadnought. We have False Surrender, belonging to Grimmsnarl, also 80. Let me just ignore this because that's disturbing me. We have one or single strike Urshifu with Wicked Blow, also 85 or 80. We have Night Gaze, 85. Darkest Lariat, exclusive before to Incineroar, and now it belongs to a lot of other Pokemon. We have Badibad, which only belongs to the partner Eevee from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We have Fiery Wrath, 90 power from Galarian Moltres. We have Aura Wheel, I think is... Yes, I did not include that because Aura Wheel, I think, is both electric and dark type. You know what? Let me just include that here. Give me a sec. Let me remove this because I forgot to remove this. Okay, let me include that. Aura Wheel, I think it's 110, belonging to Morpeko. Thank you. Thank you. So Aura Wheel is both a dark type and an electric type move belonging to Morpeko. Hyperspace Fury belongs to Hoopa, and you know, it's possible. It's actually possible to have Hoopa as a sync pair. We are getting Hoopa as a trial. There's no mysterious sync pair yet, Hamadur. And Malicious Moonsault is actually a Z power move. So the game, you know what, Z power moves, you can actually just call them sync moves. So just consider them as sync moves. And we have Malicious Moonsault of Incineroar at 180. Let's see, who can have Incineroar, guys? It's possible for there's only one character that I can think of that is Incineroar, and that is, oh my gosh, what's this name? What's his name? What's Kukui's name? Mask Royale? Mask Royale? I can, you know, if the game decides to introduce Mask Royale to us, he'll probably be paired up with Incineroar, or it could be one of the Elio or Celine, you know, the protagonists of Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon might be introduced to us. So pardon me if I missed out on a move or two, but these are the strongest dark type moves of the game. And as you can see over here, they can introduce quite some moves here. They can introduce Hyperspace Fury, they can introduce more Peko, they can introduce Fiery Wrath or something as a 4-move gauge move and stuff. We will see later. As of the moment, we don't have any 4-move gauge moves introduced yet, but let's move on, guys. Next, Dragon type moves. Spatial Rend. Spatial Rend. In-game, it's 85 power. In the main Pokemon games, it is 100 power. Oh yeah, one-hit KO moves. Probably. That's also possible. I did not include any one-hit KO moves in my list as well. Spatial Rend, critical hits land more easily. And then this Cyrus also has Critical Strike 9. And if you give him Critical Strike 2 as a passive skill, it becomes Critical Strike 11. Quite powerful. Very powerful sync pair. And then next, by the way, you'll get Palkia early next month, if not late this month. So I believe that Palkia will be the next legendary sync pair available. So stay tuned for Palkia to become stronger. Next, we have Outrage. In the main Pokemon games, it's 120 damage or 120 power. In Pokemon Masters, it's 115 power. Next, another Outrage from Zinnia. And then next, we have Draco Meteor. 130 damage or 130 power in the main Pokemon games. In Pokemon Masters, it's 136. And another Draco Meteor from Zinnia. So let me just read your comments right now. I feel one-hit KO moves will be broken. Well, if they're gonna introduce a broken sync pair, might as well exaggerate as much as we can. By the way, guys, if you haven't given this a thumbs up yet, I would appreciate it so much if you give this a thumbs up right now down below. And yes, I think I forgot about N, guys. I'm sorry, but N should be here. N should be here. Just pretend N is there. Sorry, N should be here. Anyway, we have Clanging Scales. And this one really goes against the flow, guys. Check out Clanging Scales. In the main Pokemon games, it's only 100 damage. In Pokemon Masters EX, it's 176 damage. And it hits everyone. This is the first 4-move gauge move or attack that I am introducing in this video. So as you can see over here, they can actually make a weak Pokemon attack in the main Pokemon's, not really weak, but a weaker Pokemon attack in the main Pokemon series and make it super stronger. 106, or from 100 power, it became 176 power. And it hits all opponents, and it became like a 4-move gauge move. So, with that in consideration, everything I discussed earlier, probably, you know, Hyperspace Fury, Darkest Lariat, Wicked Blow, or anything like these that are lower in damage than probably Double Edge can actually have 4 move gauge and can actually be a lot more powerful. So probably Mega Horn can have 4 move gauge and be stronger than whatsoever move in here. So just keep that in mind as we have discussed about this one. Sorry, I missed. Next, we have Lance's Hyper Beam. Again, it kind of destroyed Dragon, or Hyper Beam should only be a normal type move, but they actually changed it to Dragon type. So again, we have discussed about Hyper Beam already, so I'm gonna skip now. These are the unavailable moves as of yet, guys. So Dragon Rush, 100 power. Core Enforcer from Zygarde is 100 power as well. Dynamax Cannon from Eternatus, 100 power. Roar of Time by Dialga, 150 power. Dragon Energy from Regidrago, 150 power. Eterna Beam from Eternatus, 160 power. And guys, just take note that for these stronger attacks in the main Pokemon game, sometimes it takes 2 turns. You need 1 turn to charge up, then the second turn to attack, or you attack first, then you have to recharge the next move. Just take note of that. But, you know, the game has ways to change that. For example, Clanging Scales lowers your attack stat. Probably if we get Eterna Beam or Dynamax Cannon, probably lowers your attack by 1, lowers your special attack by 2, blah blah blah. Clangorous Soul Blaze, yes. Thank you for reminding. I just forgot to put it. Clangorous Soul Blade is actually by Kommo-o, the sync move of Kommo-o, guys. So, yeah. As we can see over here, we have strong Dragon-type attacks. We can possibly have Zygarde. We can probably have Eternatus. Dialga is not yet in the game. Regidrago, possibly. Eternatus again? So, you know what? Think about this. Think about this. The game decides to give us Karen. The game decides to give us Grimsley. The game decides to give us Pierce. The game decides to give us Lysander for Cresselia. For Cresselia. Cresselia is weak to dark. Next month, we have the return of the Cyrus event. We're getting Cyrus. And you know, the last Pokefair Scout that we'll be having is Signasuit Cynthia and Lance, Dragon types. Is it possible that the unprecedented sync pair is also a Dragon type? Yeah, Jazz, correct. That's what I was saying. Is it possible that the unprecedented sync pair that we will have is also a Dragon type with this pattern that we're seeing? Because sus. Because it's sus. Because it's sus. It's possible for it to be a Dragon type, but again, it's also possible that it's not Dragon type. When the 1-year anniversary came out, yes, they introduced Signasuit Cynthia together with Cyrus, but then they introduced Signasuit Blue and Signasuit Red, or rather Signasuit Blue and Signasuit Leaf, and they're not exactly Dragon types. But, you know, it's actually very, very, very possible for the unprecedented sync pair to be Dragon type with this pattern happening. Yes, Zygarde is both ground and dragon, but, you know, they can change it. Like, you know, whatchamacallit? Gyarados is flying type. Gyarados is just flying type in the game. And, you know, the game has violated so many rules already that I will believe anything. I will believe anything right now. Okay, enough with Dragon. Let's move on to the next one. We have Electric. And interestingly, our buddy Pikachu has one of the strongest mainline electric attacks. And this is in the form of Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt in the main Pokemon games is 90 attack or 90 power. But in Pokemon Masters, it is only 47 power. What such a downgrade, such a downgrade. How could they? How could they make our Pikachu so weak? Anyway, let's move. A lot of other Sync pairs have Thunderbolt. We have Lieutenant Surge also has Thunderbolt. We have Signasuit's Elessa was Thunder, 110 power versus the in-game 124. Over here, we also have Professor Oak with Thunder. 124 damage as well. And then we have Elessa, the normal Elessa, which only in the main Pokemon games, it's only 90 damage. But in Pokemon Masters, they have increased the damage. Oops, this is not 115, but 125. So Wild Charge is a lot stronger in the Pokemon Masters EX compared to Pokemon games. We have Wild Charge again by Volkner. We have Volt Strike of N, 4-move gauge move, 189 in-game power. And in the main Pokemon games, it is 130 power. 4-move gauge, 4-move gauge. And so, that's the strongest electric attack that we have right now in Pokemon Masters. These moves are missing. So, 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 is from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Your partner Eevee will have it. Fusion Bolt from Zekrom or Black Kyurem. Plasma Fist of Zeraora. I would love to have Zeraora. He's so cute. He's a cute yellow cat. And here we have Aura Wheel again of Morpeko. Again, Aura Wheel can change type from dark to electric and so on and so forth. Discharge is not one of the most powerful electric type attacks in the main Pokemon games, so I did not include it. Nuzzle is very weak in the main Pokemon game, so I did not put it here. We have Zap Cannon, 120 power. Volt Tackle, 120 power. And some Z power moves. Stoked Spark Surfer of Alolan Raichu, 175. But since we have How already with Alolan Raichu, this will not happen anymore. We have 10 million volt Thunderbolts of Pikachu with 195 power, and Catastrophica of your partner Pikachu with 210 power. So yeah, those are the strongest moves of those are the strongest electric moves. And again, as we can see over here, since we have Zekrom and Reshiram, we already have Zekrom. He already has Bolt Strike, so no more Zekrom. But what about Kyurem? Zeraora is possible. Aura Wheel is still possible. Morpeko most likely will come to the game. Morpeko will most likely be paired up with Marnie. Marnie is super popular, and I do not think that they will partner Marnie with anyone else aside from Morpeko. Yeah, other electric legendary types and so on and so forth, probably possible. Discharge is one of the strongest moves in Pokemon Masters because it hits everyone. But in Pokemon, in the main Pokemon games, give me a sec as I check because you guys are insisting. Discharge is 80 damage in the main Pokemon games. Discharge is only 80 damage. And Thunderbolt is stronger than Discharge in the main Pokemon games. So I did not put Discharge in my list, okay? I did not put Discharge in my list. Kyurem's main signature move is only Ice type. Oh, Marnie and Grimmsnarl can be a thing. I guess so. Cernius 5 out of 5 in 2020 can work as a tank and strike. Yeah, because of fairy power and because, you know, every time you use a sync move, you can recover. Kyurem's main signature move is only Ice type, so I doubt it will become a main Dragon type, but Zygarde is definitely possible because of Core Enforcer. And again, they can, you know, change up Zygarde so that before the sync move, he's Zygarde 50%, and after the sync move, he just transforms into Zygarde 100%, and something like that. Looking forward to Zygarde, if he's actually coming. So now, some of you are waiting for Fairy type attacks, and we don't exactly have a lot of strong Fairy type attacks. We have Moonblast, which is 95 power in the main Pokemon games. In Pokemon Masters, it's 98 power. We have a couple of sync pairs that have Moonblast. We have Palantine Serena with Moonblast as well. And that's it! We have a lot of Fairy type sync pairs but Moonblast is actually the one that's actually very strong. We have Misty Explosion. We have Flare Cannon. We have Light of Ruin. And we have Let's Snuggle Forever. Lance Wrath. I don't remember typing any Lance Wrath while making this video, so I have to check about Lance Wrath. Misty Explosion is basically, you know, killing yourself. So suicide. It's like self-destruct except Misty type or Fairy type. Flare Cannon is from Magearna. Magearna. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Play Rough is not extremely strong. Let me just check how much damage Play Rough is. Play Rough is 90 damage. And Moonblast is actually stronger at 95, so I did not include Play Rough. But Play Rough is 90 damage in the main Pokemon games. But yeah, it's pretty strong. Sorry. Light of Ruin only belongs to one Pokemon. And this is AZ's Floette. And if I'm not mistaken, this has not been released anywhere. I haven't seen the animation of Light of Ruin ever. But, you know, the Pokemon Masters likes to connect lures and stuff. And it's possible for AZ to come into this game. And if you don't know who AZ is, he's the immortal giant character. But I cannot imagine AZ being in the Pokemon Center, towering above everyone. I just cannot imagine him in the Pokemon Center. He's probably gonna be sitting in the Pokemon Center if ever we have AZ. But I don't know how this will happen. And Let's Snuggle Forever is, let's just call them sync moves. Is the Z sync move of Mimikyu. So imagine AZ before Dianza. Oh, it is possible. It is possible now. So Palantine Serena is not that great since Sackett. Well, she's strong as a Fairy type sync pair, I guess. Next, Fighting type. We have Close Combat. 120 damage or 120 power in the main Pokemon games. In-game, it is 136. Next, we have another Close Combat by Wally and Gallade or Mega Gallade. And then we have Focus Blast, which is also 120 damage, but in Pokemon Masters EX, they made it a bit stronger, 142. We have Solgaleo with another Focus Blast. Has a very small chance of lowering the enemy's special defense. And I'm not sure if there's another one, but I think we're done. Fighting moves. Unavailable moves, guys. So we have High Jump Kick. 130 damage, but 90% accuracy if I'm not mistaken. And if you miss, you take damage. Focus Punch is a 2-turn move. You have to charge for 1 turn. While charging, you cannot get hit by any damage. If you get hit, you lose your focus and the move fails. And Meteor Assault, a very new game, a very new move from Pokemon Masters, or rather from Pokemon Sword and Shield, belongs to Stirfetch'd. And I think this is a 2-turn move. First turn, you hit the enemy. Second turn, you have to recharge or something like that. I'm not sure. Let me just check so that I don't say anything wrong. Meteor Assault. The user can't move on the next turn, so you have to recharge on the next turn. That is Meteor Assault. If we ever get Mega Blaziken, he can get High Jump Kick. Probably. Chuck for Focus Punch. Yes, that is possible. But for Chuck to become a sync pair with unprecedented capabilities, he's not that popular. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they'll make the anniversary sync pair a popular character. It's gonna be a popular character. If they do not make it a popular character, I mean, who's gonna scout for that sync pair except for the moves? And it's gonna be sad, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a popular character. So that's it for fighting types. Kind of short discussion. Let's move on. Fire type. Fire type attacks. We have Fire Blast of Flint, 110 in the main Pokemon games. In Pokemon Masters, it's 116. We have another Fire Blast from Mew, because Mew has a lot of different attacks. Can change, you know, once he uses a sync move, he gets almost all the types. We have Flare Blitz of Hilda. 120 power versus the in-game 123 damage. We have Red with, or Signisuit Red with Flare Blitz after his Charizard Mega Evolves. And then we have Eruption, which is stronger than Flare Blitz. In-game, it's 135 power. In Pokemon Masters, it's 135, sorry. In the main Pokemon games, it's only 130. Sorry guys, I think I missed out Sacred Fire. I did not include Sacred Fire. Let me just check how much damage Sacred Fire does. But I'm pretty sure it's not that strong because we have a lot of stronger fire type moves. So I did not include Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire is only 87. Yep, did not include that. So next we have Overheat. We have Overheat, which is 130 attack or power in the main Pokemon games. And in-game, it's 136 power. Slightly stronger than Eruption. We have another Overheat by, by Silver and Ho-Oh. Your Banban hat looks cool. Thank you. And the strongest move, Fire Blast, or rather Blast Burn of Signisuit Red, which is 150 damage in the main Pokemon games. But in-game, it's 178 power. But you know what, guys? Yes, these are only 1 out of 5 attacks. If you have 5 out of 5, they're really stronger. But guys, this is not the strongest fire type attack in the main Pokemon games. This is not the strongest fire type attack. The strongest fire attack is called VCreate by Victini. It's 180 power in the real Pokemon games. And VCreate is just a 1-turn move. And I think it lowers a lot of stats. Let me just check. VCreate lowers your defense, special defense, and speed stat by 1 stage after you use VCreate. We have Pyro Ball of Cinderace, which I'm looking forward to seeing Banban in the game. We have Reshiram's Blue Flare. We have Burn Up. We have Shell Trap of Turtonator. Personally, I think that if Kiawe will come into the game, he will have Turtonator. I hope he follows the anime partner, which is Turtonator and Kiawe. Although if it's not Kiawe, it's gonna be Charizard again, and I'm tired of seeing Charizard Mind Blown of 𝗨𝗪𝗡𝗏, and again, VCreate of 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖. So in here, we can see quite some sync pairs that might be possible. We can see Cinderace coming. We can see Reshiram. We can see Turtonator, although Turtonator probably is not... Oh yeah, Marowak. Oh yeah, thank you. He can be paired up with Alolan Marowak. He can be... We can probably have 𝗨𝗪𝗡𝗏 or 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖 for victory. You know what? Because the game, the story is ending. If we follow the story of the game, we are gonna win the PML. And what an amazing... What Pokemon can we have other than the Pokemon of victory? 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖. The Pokemon to symbolize victory. So is it possible to get 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖? Yeah. But who will have 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖? Another professor? I mean, who will have 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖 though? I cannot imagine anyone having 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖 right now with all the sync pairs that we're having. But please stop giving us fire types. We have Signisuit Red. We don't need any new fire types. Give us some other type. Give us ground type. Give us some other. Impervious 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖 is nice. Impervious 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖 is nice. So imagine Signisuit Nate and 𝗣𝗏𝗡𝗖. Probably possible. Let's move. Let's move. Flying type attacks. We have Hurricane of Signisuit, or rather of Blue, 110 damage in the main Pokemon games, 126 attack in, or 126 power in the Pokemon Masters series. You live. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. We have another Hurricane by Winona over here. We have Hyper Beam. Again, should not be a flying type attack. Should just be a normal type attack. In game, it's 223 damage. And in the main Pokemon games, it's 150 damage. I think that's the end of flying type attacks. And we check out the missing flying type. Oh wait, we have Brave Bird. I kind of messed up the order. Oh yeah, Brave Bird, I put this here just because Nate has a sync move called Bravest Brave Bird. But he doesn't exactly have the normal Brave Bird. So this is just a sync move Brave Bird. So I just put it there. The game didn't introduce us to the original or the official Brave Bird yet. But it's like 120 damage. And in game, since it's a sync move, it's 250 damage. Or 250 power. But Brave Bird is actually one of the strongest flying type attacks in the main Pokemon games. And that's why I put Brave Bird in here. So, just a few unavailable flying moves that we don't have yet. The first one is Dragon Ascent. We already have Rayquaza. Rayquaza uses Dragon Ascent to become Mega Rayquaza. And unfortunately, Zinnia's Mega Rayquaza never Mega Evolves. And that's why we don't have Rayquaza or Mega Rayquaza in the game. And Sky Attack is a 2-turn move. It's possible that they will introduce Sky Attack sometime in the future, but it's not an exclusive. Oblivion Wing. Oh yeah, Oblivion Wing. I forgot to put it. Sorry. Let's check out how much damage is Oblivion Wing, guys. I forgot. I cannot check anymore. Fine, let's check it out right now. Give me a sec. Oblivion Wing, Oblivion Wing, Oblivion Wing, Oblivion Wing, Oblivion Wing is 146 power. And in the main Pokemon game, Oblivion Wing is 80. So let's put it here. Oblivion Wing is 80 power in the main Pokemon games. And in Pokemon Masters EX, it is 146 power and 4 move gauge attack. So again, they violated a very... they violated rules again. Make Oblivion Wing way, way, way stronger. And that's it. Oblivion Wing with I mean, Lysander and Oblivion Wing. Looking forward to getting Lysander. But yeah, that's all the flying types we have. And those are the missing flying type attacks that we have. As for flying type legendaries or stuff, there's not too much. There's not exactly too much. Probably some other type would be better. I mean, if they are going to introduce Galarian, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, they might as well introduce them as you know, dark type, psychic type, and something. Yes, I'm going for 3 out of 5 Yveltal. And let me just check out Aeroblast. Aeroblast is 100 damage. So Aeroblast should be somewhere in here. 100, but Hurricane is a lot stronger, so I did not put it. I think this belongs to Lugia. So yeah, probably. We already have Beak Blast though. And I forgot to check how much Beak Blast damages. I forgot to check. Give me a sec. Let me check Beak Blast. Beak Blast deals 75 damage only. It's pretty weak. But in the main Pokemon games, Beak Blast actually does 100 damage. So let me just put it here. Beak Blast. In the main Pokemon games, it's 100 damage. And in-game, it's only... $85. They made Beak Blast weaker. It's the legacy move of Lugia. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Okay. Next, Ghost type attacks. We have Phantom Force, quite strong. In the main Pokemon games, it's 90 damage or 90 power. In the Pokemon Master series, it's 160 power. And then we also have another Phantom Force. I think I'm only including Phantom Force in this list because Phantom Force is actually a very good attack. Shadow Ball does not deal as much damage as Phantom Force in Pokemon Masters, and that's why I did not do that. And Shadow Ball is also not that strong in the main Pokemon games. Shadow Ball is only... Shadow Ball, where is Shadow Ball? Shadow Ball is only 80 damage in the main Pokemon games, so I did not put it there. But as you can see over here, we have several Ghost type moves that can be introduced. So we have Spectral Thief of Marshadow. We have Moongeist Beam of Lunala and Dawnwing's Necrozma. We have Poltergeist, which can be learned by other Sync pairs. We have Giratina's Shadow Force, which is a stronger version of Phantom Force. Shadow Field. Shadow Field. Yes, Shadow Field. Shadow Field. We have Astral Barrage from Shadow Rider Calyrex. And the other ones are Z moves, which can be considered as probably sync moves in the game. So yeah, Poltergeist needs a held item, so probably will not be in Pokemon Masters. But as you can see over here in the screen, it's possible that we are introduced to Marshadow, to Lunala or Dawnwing's Necrozma, to Giratina, to Calyrex or Shadow Rider Calyrex or Ice Rider Calyrex. The CDY is not yet in the game. And yeah, there are several sync pairs that can be introduced, as you can see over here. Selvin, Shadow Sneak is not a powerful move. It's just a priority move, but Shadow Sneak is kind of weak. especially in the main Pokemon games. Grass type. So strong grass type attack immediately. We have Power Whip of Mallow. In game, it's 118 power. In the main Pokemon games, it's 120 damage. We have Leaf Storm. In the main Pokemon games, it's 130 power. In Pokemon Masters, it's 136. We have another Leaf Storm by Gardenia. And we have Frenzy Plant, the strongest attack we have right now, grass type. 150 power in the main Pokemon games. Shadow Claw is not that strong. Shadow Claw is just 70 power in the main Pokemon games. So Frenzy Plant is 150 power in the main Pokemon games. And so, let's look at what we don't have. We don't have Wood Hammer, 120 damage. Wood Hammer, I think I saw this Tapu Bulu uses Wood Hammer on us, which is painful though. But no Sync Pair has Wood Hammer yet. Solar Beam, if I'm not mistaken, is only 100 damage or 100 power. So no including, I did not include Solar Beam here. Wait, 120, okay. Solar Beam is around the same as Power Whip, so okay, just put Solar Beam over there. Fine, let me put Solar Beam over here. Solar Beam, is it one word or two words? Which Sync Pair has Solar Beam, guys? Do we have a Sync Pair with Solar Beam? I missed it. I'm not sure if we have a Sync Pair with Solar Beam. I think we have an Eggmon with Solar Beam though, but just pretend it's there. Seed Bomb is not that strong as well. Oh yeah, Ho-Oh, thank you. Let me check. Ho-Oh, where are you? Ho-Oh. Solar Beam is... Okay, never mind. Let's put this here. Solar Beam is 120 and it is... In-game, it's 125. I missed this. Thank you. Thank you for informing me. Okay. Petal Blizzard. Do you mean Petal Dance? I don't see Petal Blizzard in the list of attacks in... Oh, there it is. Petal Blizzard is 90 damage or 90 power in the main Pokemon games. There's Leaf Storm, Solar Blade, Seed Flare. So Solar Blade is from Lurantis. Seed Flare is from Shaymin. Wood Hammer is more Sync Pairs can learn this. So yeah, Seed Bomb is... You guys are insisting Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb is only 80 damage, guys. 80 damage. So, it's very far from Solar Beam. I'm not putting it there. Quite weak. So, no Seed Bomb. Let's move. Ground. Okay, we need ground type attacks. We need ground Sync Pairs. A lot. We have Hapu with high horsepower, 95 damage. In-game, it's 106. And we have Earthquake, which is slightly weaker than high horsepower for some reason in this game. So Earthquake is 100 damage versus in-game 100, which is equal, which is very good. This is one of the rare cases that Pokemon Masters aligns with the main Pokemon games. And you know what? I don't think we have any more ground type moves. Those are the strongest ground type moves we have. And yeah, one of the strongest, or the strongest ground type move available aside from one-hit KO moves. So I will not include one-hit KO moves here. Earth Power, let me just check. Earth Power is actually... Where is Earth Power? 90 damage, so it's a little bit weaker than High Horsepower, so I did not include it there. There's 1,000 arrows, 1,000 waves, and Lance Wrath, all at 90. You know what? Let's put this there. Since... Oh my gosh, sorry. Oh no. Let's put it there because it introduces us to another character. 1,000 arrows, 1,000 waves, and Lance Wrath. They're all at 90, 90, 90. If I'm not mistaken, this one is for all different forms of Zygarde. 1,000 arrows is... 1,000 arrows belongs to Zygarde. 1,000 waves belongs to Zygarde. Lance Wrath belongs to Zygarde. Everything belongs to Zygarde over here. Zygarde. 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 And there you have it. Missing ground type moves, guys. Earth Power and Bulldoze. Earth Power, again, as I said, Earth Power is not that strong. Earth Power is only 90 damage compared to High Horsepower. It's way weaker. What is the other one? Bulldoze. Bulldoze over here. Where the heck is Bulldoze in the main game? It's only 60 damage in the main games, so I did not put it there. So yeah, Earth Power, fine. If you guys insist. If you guys insist, fine. Earth Power. Grr. 90. Versus in-game, how much damage is Earth Power doing in-game? Let me check on May. May Earth Power at 99. Satisfied, guys? There you go. So, yeah, Mudshot. Nope, Mudshot is weak. Mudshot is weak. Mudshot is only 55. So, nope. That's it. We're moving on, guys. We're moving on. Next, Ice type attacks. We have Blizzard. In the main Pokemon games, it's 110. In Pokemon Masters, it's 126. And then we have another Blizzard from 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗏. Same thing, 110 versus in-game 126. Mew also has Blizzard, 110 versus in-game 126. And that's it. That's it. Yes, you might argue that, hey, what about Summer Steven? Well, Summer Steven's moves are not that great in the main Pokemon games. So, ignored. We have Ice Rider Calyrex with Glacial Lance. We have Freeze Shock of Black Kyurem. And Ice Burn of White Kyurem. Let me check on Glaciate. Let me just check. Glaciate is only 65 damage, but let's not put that aside because that's a legendary. Glaciate is only 60, but it belongs to Kyurem. And then, yeah, Icicle Crash is there, Freezy Frost, Ice Beam, Blizzard. And yeah, those are the those are Kyogre with sheer cold, one hit KO. Yes, Icicle Crash in Pokemon Masters is kind of nice. 105 damage. Let's put it there, if you guys insist. Icicle Crash 105. Wait, no. Icicle Crash, how much damage is that doing? Icicle Crash is only 85 in the main Pokemon games. Versus in-game, 105. There you have it. Icy Wind. Icy Wind is only 55 damage, guys. 55 damage. It's kind of weak, so I'm not putting in there. No icy winds here. Ignore. In the Pokemon Masters, it's 92, but in the main Pokemon games, it's only 55. So weak. So I'm not putting it there. Not putting it there. Sheer Cold is a one-hit KO move with very low accuracy. Indeed, no one-hit KO moves in this list, guys. Are we good? Can we move on to the next one? Let's move on to the next one. Guys, I just checked the time. It's 10:47. And... oof! I want to stream Final Fantasy today. I'll do it midnight or something. Okay. Whoops. Oh my gosh. I forgot to erase these. Okay. Normal type moves. So we are now at normal type. And again, the game has messed up a lot. We have Mega Kick of Chris, which should be normal. But because of Water Shift, it became Water type. We have Double Edge, which has become Dark type because of Dark Shift. We have another Double Edge of Norman, who is absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. We have another Double Edge of Phoebe. Thankfully, she has a grid now, but his grid is actually not great. We have multi-attack of Silvally or Gladion and Silvally, which can, you know, change type depending on what type it changes into. We have Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam, and Hyper Beam. 3 types of Hyper Beams, which should be normal type, but because of the shifts, they change to some other different types. And we're done. Unavailable moves, guys. We have Judgment of Arceus, which probably... just check out Judgment, guys. It's only 100 damage or 100 power compared to Mega Kick. But I'm pretty sure if Arceus comes into the game, they'll probably make Judgment into 160 something, 180 something, 100 something, and make it a 4 move gauge move. We have Thrash, we have Head Charge of Bouffalant, we have Genesect's Techno Blast, we have Skull Bash, Last Resort, Boom Burst, we have Giga Impact, we have Self-Destruct, we have a Z power move called Pulverizing Pancake of Snorlax, and Explosion, which is equivalent to Last Word of Pokemon Masters. Now, Last Word is available as a passive skill, but not as an attack. So I'm just putting it there because it's not available as normal attack. If Snorlax comes into the game, what if he becomes... what if Snorlax becomes the sync pair with unprecedented capabilities? Giga Impact. Giga Impact. Giga Impact. No, I don't know. What do you guys think about a normal type Snorlax without any shifts? What do you guys think? If we get a normal type Pokemon, very strong, but normal type, what do you guys think? Because I depending on how good his kit is, probably would be good, but as a normal type Pokemon, it's disappointing. Nobody's weak to normal type, right? Non-Signasutred and Snorlax, maybe 480 attack and a ton of multipliers. A support Snorlax would be epic, and he can have things that happen when he attacks. Not even a fan of normal types except Skitty. Yeah, the type would be weird. They need to somehow make normal type units useful at some point, like an inverse battle. True. Hyper Voice and Extreme Speed. Let me just check. There are so many normal type moves that I did not include most of the normal type moves because there are just too many. So yeah, I did not include too many normal moves here. Let me just try to search for Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice is 90 damage, but Mega Kick is way stronger. Extreme Speed is 80 damage, so I did not include that. Belly Drum is not an attack, right? Belly Drum is not an attack. Okay, so let's move on. We're done with normal. Let's move on to Poison. And you know what? Poison is sad because we only have Sludge Bomb, which I am forced to add because there are so few poison type attacks. There's only Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave actually, which are strong. So we have Sludge Bomb of Lucy and Sludge Wave of Plumeria, and then we're done. We're done, which is sad. We need more poison types. And we have these unavailable moves. Side Shell Arm of Galarian Slowbro. We have Gunk Shot. And we have Belch. I'm not sure if I missed out on any special poison attacks. Just let me know if you find any poison attacks that I've missed. But mostly those are the those are the missing strong poison attacks. There might be a poison attack from from that purple Ultra Beast. Poison Gas is good, but it doesn't damage the opponent. I'm only including poison attacks like poison type damage and stuff. So yeah, Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave. We have Side Shell Arm, Gunk Shot, and Belch. As for Poison Jab, let me just check. It's 80 damage. 80 damage, a bit weaker than Sludge Bomb, so I did not put it there. I did not feel the... Oh yes, Poipole and Naganadel. Yes. I'm not sure if they have exclusive poison moves that we can include over here, but Poison Jab is only 80 damage, so I did not put it here because Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave are stronger. So I'm only putting the strongest moves here, guys. Did not put the others. We're done with Poison. Sad. Short discussion on Poison. But that actually means we need stronger Poison Sync pairs. And I think Eternatus is Poison type. Is Eternatus Poison type, guys? Corrosive, that one move. Let me search for Corrosive. Corrosive Gas? What is Corrosive Gas? Let me check. Corrosive Gas is a non-damaging poison type move. Renders the held item unusable. Nope. We're not talking about that. We need EX Koga. Gunk Shot is here, guys. Gunk Shot is here. Is Gunk Shot available in Pokemon Masters? I forgot. Let's move. Psychic type attacks. Psychic. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Psychic is the strongest psychic move we have. Let's not even bother talking about Hidden Power. We all know that Hidden Power, or rather Stored Power, is the strongest psychic type attack in Pokemon Masters. We all know that Stored Power is the strongest. I didn't include it here, but Stored Power is the strongest attack in Pokemon Masters. So a lot of sync pairs have psychic attacks, but you know Stored Power is the strongest. But we have a lot of missing psychic type attacks over here. We have, just ignore Eevee's Glitzy Glow because that's exclusive to Pokemon Let's Go. We have Galarian Articuno with Freezing Glare. We have Dream Eater, which probably would be a good move to have. What if we have Darkrai make everyone sleep, AoE Hypnosis, Dark Void, and then Dream Eater, Nightmare, Bad Dreams. I think that's the Pokemon power of Darkrai. So every time the opponent is asleep, they take in a lot of damage, and then you just Dream Eater them. We have Mewtwo with Psystrike, and I just forgot to put these in brackets. We have Photon Geyser of Necrozma. We have Future Sight. We have Synchronoise. We have Psycho Boost of Deoxys. We have Prismatic Laser of Necrozma again. We have Genesis Supernova as probably a sync move or a Z power move of Mew. And Ultra Necrozma's Z power move, Light That Burns the Sky. So one of the sync pairs that I'm guessing and I'm hoping that will come to the game is Ultra Necrozma. But actually, to have Ultra Necrozma, you have to have several things active. You have to have either a Dusk main Necrozma or a Dawn Wings Necrozma, which is basically a combination of Necrozma and either Lunala or Solgaleo. They have to fuse together, and they have to use a move in order for them to transform into Ultra Necrozma. So I'm not sure if that's actually possible. But, you know, the game likes to mess around. Like, Dynamax should not be available anywhere in the world except for Galar. And they're gonna introduce Dynamax to Galar. So they're probably gonna teleport Eternatus to Galar. And is this the teleportation of Eternatus to Galar? Is this anniversary update gonna be when Eternatus comes? Eternatus is Dragon type, right? Dragon Poison? Or something like that? And as I said, as we discussed earlier, it's possible that the anniversary sync pair is a Dragon type. Because of the way things are linking. So is it possible? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? So we're done with Psychic. Let's move to the final few types. We are ending very soon. Just 3 types left. Rock type attacks. We have Stone Edge. And very nice Stone Edge of Olivia. Save us. Yes. No, not really save us yesterday. Help us beat our second round after our free-to-play challenge yesterday. And we have... The ironic thing is, guys, the strongest rock move is in the game right now. One of the strongest rock moves. But the sync pair who has it is sad. Roark has the highest HP out of everyone at 4 stars. And if you power him up, if you make him his attack strong as you can, and you use Head Smash, instant death to you. Roark instantly dies because 33% of the damage is more than what he can handle, which is very sad. I wish he would get Steadfast or Standfast 15, Standfast 20 in his sync grid, or at least hopefully getting a sync grid extremely soon, because he is trash. He's trash. He's so sad. He has so much potential, but so wasted, guys. So as you can see over here, Stone Edge and Head Smash both at 188 damage in this game. But in the real Pokemon games, Stone Edge is 90 and Head Smash is 150. So, yeah. We have some unavailable moves. We have Diancie with Diamond Storm. We have Meteor Beam. Several Pokemon can learn this. Rock Wrecker of Rhyperior, 150 damage. splintered stone shards of, or rather, this is a, I think we already have splintered stone shards as a sync move of our Lycanroc though, of our Kukuy's Lycanroc. So we already have that move, so yeah. Let me just play the music again since it's actually stopped. Where is my music? Oh my gosh. The St. Scout music. St. Scout music. Good luck with your St. Scouts. St. with a potential. Yes, Splintered Storm Shards is Kukuy's move. Okay. We're reaching the end of the stream, guys. We have Steel type. Clang! Steel type. Jasmine with Iron Tail. Rock Slide. Wait, Rock Slide. Let me just check. Rock Slide is not that strong. Rock Slide is 75 damage only in the Pokemon games. So Rock Slide, rather Iron Tail, 100 damage in the main Pokemon games. In Pokemon Masters, it's 132. We have another Sync pair with Iron Tail, and that's Leaf and Eevee. We have Sunsteel Strike of Solgaleo, 100 damage versus in-game 100. Another equal, very rare opportunity. Very rare for them to be equal. 100 power for both game and Pokemon Masters. And then you have the strongest Steel type right now, which is Behemoth Blade. In-game, it's 144. In the main Pokemon games, it's 100 damage. This move's power increases if the target has a sync buff. So I don't think we have Flash Cannon yet in Pokemon Masters, but these are the missing strong attacks that we have. Flash Cannon, let me just check. Flash Cannon is 80 power in the main Pokemon games, weaker than Iron Tail, so I did not put that there. We have Behemoth Bash again with Zamazenta. Iron Head is not that strong. I checked it. Also 80 power, so I did not include that. Steel Roller needs terrain to be active, so there needs to be a terrain active, like grassy terrain, electric terrain, misty terrain, and the terrain I missed, Psychic, Misty, Rock, whatever terrain I missed needs to be there. If not, Steel Roller will fail. This Jirachi's signature move, which is Doom Desire. Oh, we have Flash Cannon for Thornton? Let me check. Yeah, I think I did not include that because it's not that strong. But let me check. Thornton, Flash Cannon. Do you mean Thornton in Battle Villa or something? And then Steel Beam, 140 damage, and Searing Sunray Smash of Solgaleo or Duskmane Necrozma, which is, you know, the sync move slash Z power move that we're missing. So as you can see over here, we can probably have Jirachi or Zamazenta, as you can see. And we come to the very, very last type, guys, which, as you've been waiting for, is water. So we have Hydro Pump, 110 damage or 110 power versus the in-game 125. We have Cyrus has this move. Second one is Misty, also has Hydro Pump, as you can see over here. Wickstrom does have potential. I promoted Wickstrom quite a lot in the past. I hope that he can have MP refresh in his King's Shield. Number 3 is Chris with Mega Kick. Now it's not needed to be... Oh yeah. Mega Kick is supposed to be a normal move, and the game, because of Water Shift, turns it into a water type move. So, became a water type move. And then we have Hydro Cannon, which is Signasuit Blue's move. I think if you guys are gonna raise this up, you are gonna say, hey, what about May? May with Muddy Water. And let me just tell you guys, let me check on Muddy Water's power right now just before you guys complain. Muddy Water is 90 damage. 90 power, which is way less than Hydro Pump, so I did not put this here. And in the game, it's 116 power, so I did not put this here. We're just talking about the strongest water type attacks. But if you guys insist, I'll put that in the next slide. So, we come to the very last slide of this thing, which is Steam Eruption of Volcanion, Origin Pulse of Kyogre, Water Spout of no one, but Wailmer and Wailord normally has Water Spout, and Primarina with Oceanic Operetta. Now let me put Muddy Water, as you guys are saying. Muddy Water is it 80 damage as I saw? 90 damage. 90 damage versus in-game 116. And the game didn't give us Surf yet. Surf is also 190 power, as you can see over here. But it will hit everyone. So I can probably see that Water Spout is actually similar to Eruption. So the lower your HP, the weaker the damage is. Yep, Water Spout is basically Eruption. I can definitely see Steam Eruption or Origin Pulse sometime in the future of the game when Kyogre or Volcanion might be out in the game. Bubble. Bubble. So, yeah. That's it. Those are all the strongest moves in the Pokemon games. And as we can see over here, we can probably equate some of the possible, if it's gonna be a legendary at least, the unprecedented sync pair could be Volcanion or Kyogre, could be Zamazenta or Jirachi or Necrozma, could be Diancie, Galarian Articuno. We already have Mewtwo, so no Mewtwo. Necrozma, Deoxys, Ultra Necrozma. Could be... Nope. Oh, Poison type could be Eternatus. Could be Eternatus. Are you talking about Liquidation? Liquidation is not that strong. I tried to search for it earlier before finishing this. Liquidation is 85 power. 85 power. We have Arceus, Snorlax, if you want to consider him, though he's not a legendary of any sort. We have Kyurem, Calyrex or Ice Rider Calyrex, Black Kyurem, White Kyurem. We have Zygarde, it's just shouting Zygarde to us. Groudon. We have Shaymin. Lurantis is not exactly a legendary. We have Marshadow, Dawnwings, Necrozma. Lunala is not yet in the game. Giratina, Shadow Rider Calyrex, Marshadow, Lunala. We have Lugia. We have Victini, Blacephalon, Reshiram. Although Cinderace probably can come into the game quite soon because Gen 8, more and more Gen 8 already. Sirfetch is not a legendary over here. And then we can have Magirna or Magirna, however you want to pronounce it. AZ's Floette can already be considered as a legendary or a mythical even. So, we have Zekrom already there. Black Kyurem not yet out. Zeraora. Morpeko might. And then we have Zygarde, Eternatus, Dialga, Regidrago, and final few slides. Urshifu, Galarian Moltres, Hoopa, guys, Hoopa. And you know, yeah, that's it. So before I end this, let me just try and go to the Hoopa stats, which, how do I go to Hoopa stats? Twitter.com/absolutelypm. Let me just check Hoopa stats and share this with you guys right now. Give me a couple of minutes or seconds. So Hoopa's coming into the game soon as a trial character, or as we can only use him in the main story. But who knows, maybe this is a teaser for us to be able to use him or to scout for him quite soon. As you can see over here, Hoopa has a very, very OP passive skill called Head Start 6, which reduces the sync move countdown by 6 when the Pokemon enters the battle for the first time. So is this a taste of what's to come in Pokemon Masters? Is Hoopa or is Leer gonna be the scoutable unit soon? And yeah, there's only 3 moves. It's just a teaser, and then will Leer come into the game? Or as we saw, as we discussed earlier, is, you know, because of the pattern this game is giving us. The game is giving us Cyrus, the game is giving us Lance, the game is giving us Signasuit Cynthia before, you know, next. So is the sync pair that we're gonna have a dragon type? Because the game decides to give us dark types now. Karen, Grimsey are scoutable. Pierce is gonna be scoutable. Lysander is gonna be scoutable. And then we need a sync pair with dark type weakness. So, is this gonna be the same for the unprecedented sync pair? The game said it's preparing us for battles that involve Dynamax Pokemon for the 2nd year anniversary, but it did not say that the game is gonna give us a taste of Dynamax Pokemon for anything earlier than that. It only said it's gonna give us battles involving Dynamax Pokemon. It never said anything about giving us Dynamax Pokemon earlier. And with that said, that's my discussion for part 4 of this theory video series. It's gonna be about Dynamax Pokemon. So this is part 3. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We talked about the moves we currently have, how to improve them. Again, starting with screens. Why not both? Because we have Aurora Veil also. We have our terrains. We're missing 2 terrains. And we don't have entry hazards in the game yet. And again, we talked about every single type, every single Pokemon type, the strongest moves with those Pokemon types. And discussed which Pokemon has those moves. And with that said, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Part 4 will probably be tomorrow. I have postponed my Final Fantasy IV stream. I have postponed my Final Fantasy VII Remake stream too long. I am gonna stream Final Fantasy VII Remake later after my meeting. It's not a very long chapter, so if you guys wanna join me, I am going to stream Final Fantasy VII Remake later. I hope you guys join me. And that said, thank you! Thank you for joining me in part 3 of my Sync Pair with Unprecedented Capabilities video. Part 4 might be a premiere because this is just rushed, and I hope that you enjoyed this even though I'm working with you guys on the spot. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, please give this a thumbs up down below. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think any of what I said are pure nonsense? Or is there any fact to it? And what are your guesses with the sync pair with unprecedented capabilities? And with that said, thank you to all of you who have joined me. I'll see you later in my stream. See you tomorrow with your sync pair with unprecedented capabilities. That's it. Thank you to all the members of my channel. 𝗨𝗏𝗡𝗖, So Nicholas, Moreless Gaming, Aryan Singh, Blaze, Johnny Dogs, John9019, Treasure Gamers, 𝗣𝗬𝗡𝗖, Roy Ackerman, and Love Mats. And if you want to join them, click on the join button down below. That's it. See you. Good luck with your sync pair scouts for Lysander on Thursday. 𝗨𝗏𝗡𝗖 with shadows.